Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Let's see what we have. Good morning, Rumble Studios. There we go. We'll give it fourth one. Okay, we've got good audio. Good morning, folks. On this 09.05.2025. Current time is 06:14 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Friday morning, we made it to the weekend, folks. We made it. Thank God. For some of you working stiffs, you're going to have to get through the next 8 hours and then you'll be on the weekend. But glad to have you all here. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X, where we have 4 people over there right now. I have this on the. I can't bring up X, but let me show you what I got. I got X right here on the tablet, so I'm monitoring that, and it has a little Ford there, and so thank you for being here. We're on 7 platforms here on Rumble Studios. 7, a network of 7 platforms. We're on Rumble, we're on Locals, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook Live, X Live, and Kick. Why? Just for kicks. Let's check out Kick, see what we have over there on Kick. And we have nobody as of yet. And let's see, let's check on the Facebook, because we are on Facebook Live, and I know Tony, if he's here, I see Tony. Good morning, Tony. Tony D is in the house, and I know he always puts a little happy. He checks out all the platforms there, and yep, there it is. Thank you, Tony. I like that. Thank you very much. And I see your comments coming in on Twitch and of course on Rumble and YouTube. So thank you, Tony. Good morning to you, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you very much for being here. He had his broadcast the other night. It was last night? No, last night was Thursday night. So it was Wednesday for he had the Belt Kings fantasy football draft, and that went very well for him. It went very quick. Very smooth, no glitches there as far as that goes, Tony. So that was good to see, and hanging out there in the chat with you, along with Captain Rehab and stuff. So that was pretty good. So the football season has started. We'll be going over the game last night. I slept through half of it. I think I slept it. I think I went to bed right before. Or I was sleeping on the couch. I nodded off at just before halftime, and I woke up afterwards to see the score at well, I might as well say it, 20-21, and it looks like Philadelphia in the second half. The only scoring that was done in the second half was a field goal for Philly. So, Captain Rehab, good morning, Captain Rehab. Glad to see you. Let's go see if there's Tony with the salute. Good morning from Tony and Captain Rehab. She says, good morning, guys, and stuff. And Tony's giving us a salute there. And of course, yep, Captain Rehab there. Bleed green. I'm still saucy from last night. Okay, yeah, I saw the beginning of the game. I fell asleep before halftime, woke up after halftime, saw it was 21-20. I couldn't sleep, or I could not stay up, so I went to bed. And I woke up this morning seeing that the only scoring that was done was a field goal. And Captain Rehab says, good morning to the missus. And he's also saying good morning to Tony over there on Twitch. And so we might as well get the football thing out of them. I think everybody picked Philly for the most part. I'll have to check during the sports section there and stuff like that. But we are on 7 platforms, and you can see up here that we have 1 on Rumble, 1 on Locals, nobody on YouTube yet, 2 on Twitch, and nobody on Facebook. Of course, for X and Kick, their numbers won't show. as far as that goes. And Tony saying hi to Captain Rehab. And so what can I say? Um, we're past last night. Oh, I do have the morning coffee. Let me use my prop. I do have the morning coffee. We would not be a morning coffee broadcast if we did not have the morning coffee. So I raised my coffee cup to all of you folks. And this is good. Friday coffee tastes the best, I would say. It tastes good all during the week, but it just tastes a little bit because we're here the weekend. Well, you're probably saying, "Well, Fireman Rich, you're off every day." No, but the weekend is different. I've geared myself since I retired 2.5 years ago that the weekend's here, and that's if I do a little work, that's up to me. If I don't, it's just. Um, but what the hell's that? Oh, okay. And what's it come? Okay, so the weekend is here, and it makes a good flow for the week as far as that goes. So we did mow the lawns yesterday before the thunderstorms that came through. We didn't get that much rain, but then we got some rain. Um, I think it started. It looked like we were going to get a whole bunch. We didn't. We got very little at the beginning, and then we got a little bit of a soaking, which we need it. It's dry. I mean, I was mowing and dust was flying all over the place, and it looks like we're going to have to fix the riding lawnmower is in need of great repair. The deck is sort of off kilter and stuff. One of the supports is the weld came loose, so going to have to get that fixed here after the mowing season. I figure we got maybe, I don't know. I hope, I'm knocking on wood, I can get by maybe the next 3 or 4 mows and then take it into the shop. If they can't fix it too much, we'll probably end up getting a new lawnmower for next season. So, but that's something that transpired. The lawn looks nice though. The way it mows great. So if I'm real careful with it, and I don't bang into anything like normally do, um, but we got the lawns mowed, and I was thinking of wait until Saturday. I said on Wednesday's broadcast, but I got done with my walk yesterday, which was a great walk, and about 24 minutes and stuff. And uh, what is it? And Coming back from the walk, I'm just looking down the side lane, the street going to the golf course there on the back end of my property, and I'm thinking, you know what? I got to mow the lawn. I'm going to get it out of the way before the storm. And the storms did come. The storm didn't come rolling through till about like 1:30, 2 o'clock, as far as that goes. And good morning, Double J's. Double J's is in the house. Good morning, Double J's. Glad to see you here, my friend. Coming in from an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere, and don't tell me where. I don't want to know. How you doing, Double J's? Glad to have you here, my friend. And we made it to the weekend. Well, you already started your weekend, right? it's already it's already Friday night wherever you're at, over on the other side of the world in the southern hemisphere. But glad to have you here. And let's see. So I mowed the lawn and played some PUBG Battlegrounds with Wingnut, and yeah, way ahead of time. You're ahead of the time, so you can tell me what's coming and stuff like that. But we uh, it was an okay. It wasn't the greatest. The cheats are always there through every single game, and that's sort of a distractor as far as it goes. But it's good to hook up with Wingnut there, and then just kicking back. The neighbors are getting a new roof. It looks really nice. It's one of those metal roofs. It's freaking. It's pretty boss, man. It is. It was a nut. They're gonna have a nice roof there, and then got ready for. I almost forgot about the football game if it wasn't for the missus watching it. So she watched a little bit of it before. I think she watched about the first quarter. And then she said, "Oh, we'll see you. I'll come out and turn the TV off when you fall asleep." I said, "I'm watching the football games," and that's a bunch of, uh, let's see, lots of lots of clanging and banging. Oh, where you're at? What do you mean by clanging and banging, Double J's? And Tony saying hi to Double J's from Twitch. And uh, yeah, oh, to stay awake. Yeah, yeah. I need a lot of clanging and banging. I guess commercials get me. When a commercial comes out, I'm out like a light. Oh, for the neighbors? No, actually, Double J's. No, not really. No, the neighbors. They what do they got? The Mennonites. Yeah, they got some Mennonites that are doing the work, and they're doing it. It's you can hear a little bit of hammering, but no, I mean there's more construction on the refurbishing of the house across the street that the folks are doing and stuff, the sawing and stuff like that. No, it. What's that? Yeah, our house is a good distance. You know, we got like maybe you could put a house in between our properties and stuff like that between us and stuff. But you could hear a little, the banging on the, securing the. It's a metal. It's all metal. It's all they got sections. It's all one piece. It's a lot of people are going to that and stuff like that. So and and Double J says hello to Tony. And we have the deplorable. Good morning. Good morning, Patriots with the flags. Good morning, deplorable, out there in northwest of the northern tier of Pennsylvania, right across the border from Olean. And perks of living room. No, it's still there's no perks. You just got to make sure you can make the payments. Oh, the quietness, maybe. Okay, maybe you made, yeah, the perks. It's quiet here in yeah, for the most part. We have a highway that's just a stone throw across that way outside the village and stuff. You can hear traffic, and occasionally there's a railroad track across the Susquehanna River here that's literally just like a 30-second walk to the north from where I'm at. That's how close I am to the Susquehanna River. But there's a train track on the other side, and at night, I I haven't heard it lately, but you could hear it right around 2 to 3 o'clock. They're always blowing their whistle and stuff, wake up people. I think they do that on purpose. Maybe somebody complained and they stopped, as far as that goes. But we had a good day yesterday, and I hope everybody had a good day yesterday too. And we plan on having a good day today. We plan on having a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD, as far as that goes, folks. And it's good to be here. I haven't been doing that much gaming this week. Hopefully, we'll get some gaming done this weekend for to see how that goes. And of course, Sunday is football. We have football starting here, the first week of the NFL 2025-26 season. And that's always exciting. And got a scratchy ear here. What the hell? So, but the weather has been great this week. We had rain yesterday. We need the rain. We really need the rain. And but currently here it is. Oh, we dropped a degree. It went down a degree. And we got fog out there on the hillside, and but it's currently 58 degrees Fahrenheit here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and it felt a little cool. Now I'm feeling a little bit warm. 74 in the house, so I don't know. It just feels comfortable now to wear the hoodie here. So let's see, what am I looking for? Here we go. So 58. Let's see. 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 14 degrees Celsius. So here at 06:28 p.m. a.m. Here in the southern tier of upstate New York, temperature wise, and I do hope, and I feel good about getting the lawn mowed yesterday. I don't have to worry about it now, and I didn't want to find out that I'm possible. I definitely need some repairs on the lawnmower, the riding lawnmower, but. That's going to be going into. It was scheduled to go into the shop this after this mowing season. Let's see. We do have. No thanks to that. Let's go to the. Deplorable says better log in and put in the big giveaway code on Lotro. Oh, there's a big giveaway on Lotro. Ooh, let's go to Lotro page. You got my. You say Lotro like squirrel, like a dog going. You get your dog's attention, and all of a sudden, squirrel. Let's look at Lotro.com while the other page is loading up for our weather. Let's see. What's the big giveaway? Free quests, raids, and landscapes. Oh, explore our world. Is that it there? Deplorable. It says it has a coupon. Must claim. Now, I heard about that, Deplorable. My question is if basically the entire game free to keep. See, I paid for everything. All the expansions. I paid for everything. I'm caught up. I paid for everything up to the current expansion. So am I going to get anything out of that? I don't think so. Um, did you go ahead and do the coupon then, or does it matter? I don't think it really matters. I think there's so much content, so that's a good deal for people. Man, I got to get online and start promoting that. That's a good deal. If you go to let me show you the page here. Let me show you the page on my free to play account. See, I don't have a free. Maybe I should get a free to play account. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that today, I think. I think that's going to be my Friday thing I do. Let me bring this up because this is breaking news. So we'll put a hold on the weather. I heard about that, and they said, I guess I had been on the server since last week because let me see. Let me get rid of the scroll here. This is monstrous, folks. This is monstrous. Oh, I could keep the scroll on. I don't need. I'm just going to go to present mode. Okay, let's see. Lord of the Rings online. Let's go ahead and share this. Oh no, I do have to take this down. Okay, hang on. Right there. Here's the Lotro page. And what we got for news. Oh, let's see. Where is this? There it is, right there. Lord of the Rings online, free quest rates, and so all you have to do is go up here and hit play for free. Okay, play for free. Let's go back, and then plug in explore our world. Free quest rates, and according to what and according to Deplorable is you get everything free. I mean, folks, I've dumped hundreds of dollars into this for the last 18 years I played. This is monstrous. So if you want to, go ahead, go on the Glamdrin server, and we can play Lord of the Rings online, folks. This is good until November 3rd. So spread the word. Freaking good deal. That is a good deal right there, folks. I mean, you can't beat that. Thanks for bringing that up, Deplorable. That's monstrous right there. And you've been playing World of Tanks. I used to play World of Tanks, but I'm not too cozy with the World of Tanks having Russian servers. I stopped when I found out. Deplorable says Mondor, Gundabar, Gondor, mine. You get everything. Yeah, I paid hundreds of dollars total for this setup. That's huge. I wonder what they're doing. Maybe they figured they've got they can make more from their store because a lot of gaming sites are doing that. So that's very good. Thank you, Deplorable, for that breaking news. Lord of the Rings. Go to Lotro, Lord of the Rings online, Lotro.com, and get your free account, and then use that code, and you get everything up to date. That's huge. I'm making a free account today. I'm going to make a free account. Oh, that is big, my friends. That is huge. Wow. Let's see. The other one's there. I'm going to make that one. I'll make that. Okay. I'll make that an account, a separate account and stuff like that. So that is huge. Thank you. Okay. Let's get to the weather. The weather here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And man, that is big. What we got? We got a dense fog advisory. Yeah, off in the distance, it looks like there's dense fog. You got fog out your way, deplorable, out there in the western part of northwestern part of Pennsylvania, and I know it floats over into New York, the New York State area. They're saying dense fog, so I imagine you got dense fog out there too. If it, because for the folks that are watching, deplorable, he's only about a 3 hour drive south of a 2.5 to 3 hour drive west of here, as far as that goes. And let's see, our weather conditions as far as that goes. We're going to have cloudy skies this morning. Well, you could say they're cloudy, but there's fog. It might roll in. I don't know. Uh, will become partly cloudy this afternoon, high in the 80s. So it's going to be a little bit warm. It's feeling like fall, folks. The leaves from the walnut trees are falling. I mowed the lawn, everything's clean. 30 minutes later, there's leaves all spread around. Yellow leaves, as far as that goes. There winds out of the south by southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Sun will be rising this morning. It's just rising now, 6:36 a.m. It's currently 6:36 a.m. right now. So it's rising. The sun is rising right now outside. So it's over that way. It rises. That's east, and it goes to the west. That way's north. That way south. As far as line of things there. So, and the sun will be setting. Let's see, sun rises at 6:30. Well, is rising now at 6:36 a.m. and will be setting tonight at 7:34 p.m. in our evening. Our world times and temperatures, as I speak, goes as follows: in Honolulu, Hawaii, at 12:36 a.m., 77 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies with a little clearing. Phoenix, Arizona, at 3:37 a.m. Clear skies, a cool 77 degrees Fahrenheit in Phoenix. In the windy city of Chicago at 5:37 a.m. Clear skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the concrete jungle, as I call it, sunny and clear at 6:37. It's 6:37 a.m. now here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. And 68 degrees Fahrenheit in New York City. And Tony did give me the weather for Warner Robins, Georgia, and it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. 90 for the high. Ooh, that's a hot one there. It's going to be a hot day down in Warner Robins. 68 for the low and clear. And Warner Robins is here. It's below Macon, and then Macon is below Atlanta. So that's what gives you an idea where Tony is. He's in the southern part of Georgia, I believe Warner Robins looks like on the map. Thank you, Tony, for the update there. Continuing across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, England, at 11:38 a.m. Sunny and clear in London, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia, mangia, mangia, mangia. I love saying that. Mangia, mangia, mangia in Milan, Italia at 12:38 p.m. It's lunchtime in Milan, and they are seeing cloudy skies with a little sun peeking through, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And Double J's is here. So Double J's, he's from India. He's at an undisclosed location. Okay. I don't want to know Double J's. Don't want to know. He's in the southern hemisphere at an undisclosed location. And Rich, I'm a wizard. No, I'm a guardian. I play a guardian, a human guardian. I have some other characters, Captain Rehab, but I am a guardian. I'm in the the MOS or whatever they call that, the gaming world. I'm a tank. I like to be right up there in close combat, face to face. Close combat as far as that goes. Wielding my sword as far as that goes. Um, so I'm a human guardian and stuff like that. So it's a good game. I tell you, I've been playing that game for 18 years now, folks. 18, it's going on 18. They just celebrated their 18th birthday in April, and I started that game back when it was beta. So um, okay, in India, that's where Double J's is from. That's his home country. In New Delhi at 4:10 p.m. It's cloudy skies with a little sun peeking through. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And down southwest of New Delhi in Mumbai, India, it's raining in Mumbai at 4:10 p.m. and they have a temperature of 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, with the rain there, as Double J's has told us many times before, the humidity is off the chart there. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, it looks like they've got the thunderstorms going there, and it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan, at 7:40 p.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing in Tokyo, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent of Australia, the great country of Australia. Australia is great friends and allies to the United States. I always like to say that. In Melbourne, Australia, at 8:40 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies, a little clearing, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, at 8:41 p.m., it is cloudy skies, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are world temperatures and times as I speak, folks. So there we go. Our thought for the day comes. We had this guy the other day. I think it was Monday, maybe. We have him the second week. Well, football started, so why not? It's from Vince Lombardi, great American football coach, and Vince Thomas Lombardi. He was a American football coach, American professional football coach for the Green Bay Packers, and an executive to the National Football League, the NFL. Lombardi is considered by many, and I consider him one, as and I actually watched the Green Bay Packers when he was coaching back in the 60s when I was a young lad, folks. He was a hard-nosed coach, but he's considered by many to be the greatest coach and leader in American sports, and he is, and he has some good quotes. He was born in Brooklyn, New York. Woo-hoo, New York. My grandparents lived down there. I've spent many a summer down in New York when I was a kid. My grandparents on Avenue N. He was a New Yorker, folks, so that made him tough. Let's see. He went to Georgetown University. Oh, okay. And past coach, he did coach the Washington Commanders. Of course, they were under a different name then, from 1969 to 1970. After he coached, he came back to coaching. His quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: individual commitment to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. Okay? So, what he's talking about, you have to be committed to the group, the team effort. And I can speak firsthand of that quote that it does work. When I was in the United States Air Force as a aircraft rescue firefighter, if we didn't act as a team, we didn't get the job done. You have to be committed as an individual to the group effort, and that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. We have to work together to a certain degree. We all have differences. That's understandable, but we have to work together to get the overall goal accomplished, as far as that goes. So, and basically, it emphasizes that individual commitment rather than just talent or membership is the driving force. You could have a very talented person, but it's everybody, the whole collective, to get things done, to get the job done. And than just talent or membership. But it is driving force that propels a group to achieve a common objective and accomplish great things together. Okay, so when I was a Air Force firefighter, the great thing to accomplish is to, if there's lives to be saved, we saved lives, and then took care of maybe saving the property if we could. There's always a common goal: where you work, your community. On a national level, you could, as far as that goes, you have to be committed as an individual. So thank you, Vince Lombardi. Well, look at it. He's a football coach. What's a football team? They got to win a football game. So last night, both teams were knocking heads. The Dallas Cowboys and the team that came together more as a team. And they're two great teams. The first half, great half when you look at the score. Second half, I don't know. I'll have to look at the reviews. What happened? They probably had good defense on either end. The collective success. So it's basically, to have success, you got to have everybody involved in the group, and that's a good thing. So thank you, Vince Lombardi. God bless and Godspeed. That's a good one. That was a good one, as far as that one's. Go Birds, yeah. We talked about that. I'll talk a little bit more, but yeah, I slept. I was watching the game. I watched the pregame on NBC. I didn't have to go to Peacock. It was on NBC. So I was watching it on Channel 18 out of Elmira. And it was a good pregame. I liked it. They said it's good. I don't usually watch that, but it got my interest, and it got me away from here, the computer desk, from the chair, as Captain Rehab would say. And the first half, it was interesting. The one guy, that first penalty, Captain Rehab, I think that was a game changer right there. Philly's probably lucky they won, because the guy that got booted for doing something to Dak, I won't say what it is. It's pretty disgusting, actually, especially the first game. And you're on freaking worldwide television, so that guy's a dick. I know he's a Philadelphia Eagle. He probably could kick my ass, but that was uncalled for. He didn't have to do that. Say your words and then turn around and walk away. But Dak just stood his ground, which I got to give him credit. So. But the refs, that indicates right there, the refs aren't putting up with crap. Carter ejected before the first snap. Yeah, that was on the kickoff. You're right. Yeah. No, did they have? I'm not sure about that. Were they just coming out? I think that was after the first snap. It was after the first snap, I think, deplorable. Because Dak was on the field. Was he just coming on the field? You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it was before the first snap. He was just, they were just milling, getting ready for and he was just, it was right after the kickoff. Yeah, Dak and the offense were coming on, and Carter got, the guy was hurt. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that guy was hurt. You're right. Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you, Deplorable. Yeah, I was looking. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding. The refs, they weren't fooling around. I mean, boom, you're out of here. And the guy, Carter's walking off. He's laughing like it was a big joke. And it's just like, man, you just cost your team possibly the game. And let's face it, that gave inspiration to the Dallas Cowboy as a team to drive down and get that first touchdown. So that might have woke up Philly. It's like, you can't be doing that crap. They were saying that we can't be thinking we're the the Super Bowl champions of last year. Today, it's everybody. It has a shot at being a Super Bowl champion this year. Doesn't mean you're going to repeat. Look at Kansas City, and I don't think Kansas City's going to. Well, we'll talk about that. Okay, so let's see. Yesterday we did do the audio podcast, the Fireman Rich audio podcast. Just as a programming note, next week, Tuesday, will be the Mixcloud. I'll be doing Mixcloud, the Tioga radio show on Mixcloud. We do that every 2 weeks where I present 8 songs, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. And but yesterday we did do the audio podcast, which we normally do on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. And what did we talk about? I got a vague memory of what we talked about. Let's see, this is loading up. What do we have here? As we're waiting, let's see. What did I talk about yesterday? I think I'm trying to remember what I talked about. There was something in outer space. I can't think of what the hell was it. Let me see. Let me check my Spotify page here. Let's see. Spotify. Oh, I know what it was. It was there's this picture, and they're doing a study, and they have two. It's two nebulas, and this one, the cloud. You know how they got the pictures from the Hubble and the giant James Webb Space Telescope, and you get all the colory clouds. That's a nebula. They got one nebula where you got a nebula up here, and then there's a hand like reaching out for it. And where is that? So they use some ground satellite telescopes, and I think one of them came from Australia. Oh, there it is. Astronomers capture a jaw-dropping new image of a hand amid the stars. And let me see if I can bring up that picture. This is something. This is the photography we're getting from outer space. Let's see. Let me go recent. No, that's not it. Recent. New. Recent. Let's go second one. Okay, here it is. Can we make this bigger? Let me bring this up here. Hang on for a minute here, folks. Let me bring this picture up. This picture is something. No, we don't want that. No, we want something else. Let's see. Properties. I'll bring it right up here. Here, yeah, I can bring it up this way. Hang on for a minute, folks. Here's the picture. There's the picture right there, folks. This is freaking huge. Let me go over this one here. There we go. It looks like a hand reaching out. It's reaching out to grab that cloud. That's what we talked about yesterday. It's so I presented a story, and looks colorful. Yeah, but see the bottom portion? It looks like a hand. Okay, and this is of in 2009, NASA's Chandler X-ray Space Observatory released a captivated image of the pulsar designated as B1509-58, located. This is 17,000 light years away from Earth. The astronomers used Chandler and other telescopes to continue to observe this object. New radio data from the Australian Telescope Compact Array, ATCA, has been combined with Chandler's X-ray to provide a fresh view of this exploding star. So this is an exploding star right here, folks. And its environment to help understand the particular properties of its shape. So this is an ongoing. So this is 17,000 light years away. It may not be with us anymore, okay? Because it takes 17,000 light years, which is a long time. The tiny object called a pulsar or neutron star is responsible for producing the intense nebula, which spans like 150 light years. Or represents this area for the color there represents 900 trillion miles. So that's what we talked about yesterday on the um, on the Fireman Rich audio podcast, and Double J says looks colorful. Yes, very colorful, and it looks like a hand. Yes, it does. It does it reaching out, and it's like it's grabbing something. So that was pretty interesting, and that just gives you an idea. When we have, we got Hubble still working, and James Webb, and then we got ground satellites. When you put them all together, working together, look, it's just amazing. And we have Shika Shika. Hey, good morning, Shika Shika. Good morning. Glad to have you here, and welcome to the broadcast. Hope you are doing well, and as far as that goes. So thank you for being here. So I thought that was a good. I love space articles like that. It's interesting. Some people just say, it's boring. No, it's when you look at the science involved in all that, it's just mind-boggling. For me, it is, as far as that goes. I've always been a space junkie as far as that goes. Okay, so we're at 44 minutes into the broadcast. We're going to go to hey, Tina. Tina's here. Good morning, Tina. Glad to have you here. Just in time for 100 years ago. We're just getting through here the meet and greet, the weather, and talking about yesterday's audio podcast. Again, next week on Tuesday will be the Mixcloud broadcast. And Shika says, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday to you, my friend. Happy Friday. Glad to have you here, as always. Good to have you. I raise my coffee cup to all of you. And you're back in the hospital? Did you get out? Oh, you went from rehab into the hospital. What happened? Uh-oh. You're doing okay because you're here. But you're back in the hospital. Well, you got to go back in the hospital for more tests? Well, that's not good. And let's see. Shika said Roberts. Yeah, that's my last name, Roberts. I don't know why you think that's. So, are you back in the hospital? If you don't mind me asking, are you back in the hospital for tests, Tina? Because you were on rehab. So was rehab going good? Let's see. Yes, went home and couldn't walk. I think you said. I think that's walk. Couldn't walk. Oh, you couldn't walk. Oh, that's not good. So okay, I can see why you're back in the hospital. You might not be getting any circulation or something like that. I said I'm doing fine, Shika. I'm doing good. Thank you. Okay, you're walking. Oh, okay, you're walking. Okay, they got to check that out. Yeah. Were you able to walk in rehab? Well, yeah, you must have been able to walk, or else they wouldn't have released you. Yeah. So something's not good. That's not good. Well, we wish the best for you, Tina. Okay, and stuff. Okay, yes. Okay, they released you, and then you couldn't walk. Okay, so that's just the scenario. Okay, so just listen to the doctors. That's what they're there for, to make you better, as far as that goes. We're gonna do 100 years ago, and you're welcome, Tina. I'm glad you're here, though. Okay, that tells me you're doing well, but not totally well. Okay, but and hang on to your phone. Okay, you don't want to lose it again. Oh, we didn't hear from Tina for a while, and I was starting to worry, and then find out from Hal Massa there. She somebody lifted her phone, which people are in there trying to get well, and you got other people taking advantage of that situation. That's just bad. But yeah, that's lots of. That's a funny. That's funny now, Tina. But I know at the when the time you were looking for your phone, it was not funny. As far as that goes, let's see. Let's go with 100 years ago. For August 3rd, which was Wednesday. Wednesday, as far as that goes. So let's set this up, and we'll get rid of the ticker tape here, and let's see. Double J says, "Who the hell steals phones from hospitals?" Yeah, they're sad people. It takes all kinds. Double J's. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not even gonna. You know. Eventually, something. I hate saying this, but I believe in karma. Sooner or later, something's going to happen to those individuals that do that sort of thing and stuff like that. So it just, I don't know. It's me and Double J's, me and Wingnut. We're pissing and moaning about all the cheats on PUBG Battlegrounds. We're saying, why do they do that? They just do it because they can get away with it. So it might be the same thing. Okay, 100 years ago. Let's bring this up here, and this is from August or September 13. And Deplorable says, "I'm all about." Yeah, I don't like saying that, but in some cases, maybe it is. There's you never know. You never know, Deplorable. You never know. This is from Fox 40. Full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40 or any other news agency or radio station that I present here from their webpage. My reasoning and purpose of doing that is to present and show a little bit of the southern tier of upstate New York. And 100 years ago gives us a snapshot of what it was like 100 years ago here in the southern tier. Let's see. Double J says, karma is a sure thing. Check and balances can't run away from it for exactly. Double J's. I agree with that. Yep. You guys are right on point. Okay, so let's listen to this and we'll get it going.
100 years ago today, Shenandoah, the great United States Navy dirigible, crashed in Ohio this morning, killing 14 crew members, including the aviation pilot John Cullinan from Binghamton. It was 1 year ago in July that Cullinan and the Shenandoah flew over our city. Plans are being made for construction of the new Park Avenue Baptist Church. 6 streetcars loaded with more than 800 of this city's poor children left the Salvation Army on Washington Street this morning, headed for the annual children's picnic at Ideal Park. And finally, it was learned today that the great-granddaughter of Binghamton founder Joshua Whitney will come to this city from her home in New Jersey to participate in Binghamton's 125th anniversary celebration next Monday. And that was the news, September 3rd, 1925.
So 125 years ago was the city of Binghamton's birthday. So this month it's 225, and as far as that goes, and we're celebrating it here 100 years ago. Hey, Big Juice, how you doing, my friend? Glad to have you here. Let's see. Hey, I just joined right in the middle of 100 years ago. Imagine that. Yeah, you got here on time. And let's see. What are you doing, Shika, on the something's not coming up on the YouTube here. Let me check this out here. Oh, okay. I see what you got. Yeah, the emojis don't. Okay, the emojis don't come in. Shika. Okay, Tina. See you later. Have a good one. Say hi to Hal. Yeah, Shika. Those comments. Let me show you what I see what it looks like on the YouTube, but that's how it comes up on the in the Rumble. Sorry about that, my friend. But yeah, I see it on the YouTube. The heart. You did the heart. Thank you. Thank you, Shika Shika. Okay, and Tina's going to see Hal. He's firing up his broadcast, I guess. So speaking of broadcasts, let me see how this is looking on Twitch. Okay, we're excellent. Okay, very good. Okay, so that was 100 years ago with Roger Luther, and like I said, the very first one, they were celebrating 125th anniversary of Binghamton. So now, 100 years later, it's 225 years. So that's how long Binghamton has been around, along with some of the other communities here. And the Shenandoah, the great United States Navy dirigible, crashed in Ohio. That's where they parked most of these, but killing 14 crew members, and the pilot came from Binghamton. And the dirigibles, they were flying a lot back then, and they were using. I think we were starting to use helium, but they were using hydrogen, which is very flammable. So, but those things had if they started to go down, they were once they start going down, they're going to go crash and stuff like that. So let's see, 6 streetcars loaded with more than 800 of the city's poor children left Salvation Army on Washington Street this morning for the annual children's picnic. Oh, okay. Okay, so that was something. Okay, so that's 100 years ago, folks. And Shika Shika says, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so, and again, full disclosure, I have no association with with the uh, uh, with the Fox 40 or any of the other news entities here as far as that goes. And let's go bring this back. In other history for the day, it was on this day in 1882, the first United States. Let's make sure. Is this for? She's talking to the kitty cats. Let's see. Yeah, September 5th. Okay. It was on this day in 1882. The United States uh, Labor Day parade was held in New York City, the very first Labor Day parade, as far as that goes. Double J says, each time you say Sheena, Sheena, I am laughing hard. You are butchering the. Am I butchering it? I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's put this in. Let me. Okay, Double J's. You're a smart guy. Let me put this in the translator here and get the proper pronunciation. Yeah, Sheikah, Sheikah. That's how that's how you say it, isn't it? Let's see. Um, let's see what Google says. Okay, Google, how do you pronounce that? Let's see. I want. Let's put it on the proper format here. Okay, there we go. Okay, how do you say that? Okay. His first time is like Shaquille, like the basket player Shaquille. Oh, I see what you're saying. Shaquille. Okay. His first time is like, okay. It sounds like I'm saying Shaquille, Shaquille. Um, how come this isn't coming up? Let me see something. Okay, let's see. Is this coming up? It doesn't want to come up. Oh, Shika Shika? Or is it? Okay, let me ask you, Double J's. Double J's is teaching me the proper pronunciation. Um, is it Shika Shika or is it Shaquille Shaquille? Oh, I think it. Oh, I think. Oh, Shaquille Shaquille. It's Shaquille Shaquille. You got it. Shaquille. Okay, Shaquille. I'm sorry, Shaquille. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call you Shaquille now. You know how I can't pronounce things. I butchered them. I got it. Okay. I'm going to call you, instead of Sheikah, I'm going to call you Shaquille. I'm sorry. Deplorable says pizza. Okay. All right. Thank you for correcting me, Double J's. I appreciate that, my friend. It's like, I you know, Shaquille didn't say anything. I guess okay, but you would know Double J, so I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. I just um, I'm just a knucklehead and stuff like that. Let's see. In 1905, the Treaty of Portsmouth, which ended the Russian-Japanese War, was signed in New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Wow. Double J says, I shouldn't have corrected you. I was laughing my head off. Well, you never know. I might go back to that, Double J's.
No.
The missus says no.
Names mean something.
Names mean something. Bug, stop chasing Jack. Oh, let me open up these. Hang on for a minute, folks. Open the thing. Oh, did you feed Gray? Okay, she's out there.
There's stuff for that one too.
You'll find something, Double J. I'm bound to screw up or something like that. You can laugh at me. So that's okay. No problem, Double J. I'm laughing myself. Let's see. Baseball in 1914. Baseball legend Babe Ruth was the first professional home run. Hit his first professional home run, knocking in 3 runs as he was a pitcher back then. He also threw a one-hitter that day for his Providence club that beat Toronto 9-0. In 1978, and I remember this, Jimmy Carter opened 12 days of secret negotiations at Camp David between 2 leaders, Menachem Begin and Anwar Sadat, that would lead to the signing of the peace accords between Israel and its Arab nation or neighbor of Egypt back in 1978. And let's see, on the AP side, let's go to the AP side. We're at 1 hour. I'm going to take a break after this. We'll come back and do the sports. Let's see. Bring it up on the main screen here. Additional history we had in 1774, the first Continental Congress assembled in Philadelphia, which Philadelphia was the first capital of the United States after the Revolutionary War. And in 1836, Sam Houston won the first presidential election in the new established Republic of Texas. Texas was its own country before it came into the United States. They beat the Alamo and all that. That was to give freedom to the people who lived in Texas. Let's see. In 1960, Muhammad Ali, who was also known back then as Cassius Clay, won the gold medal for the light heavyweight boxing division in the Olympic Games in Rome. And I think that's about it, folks, that I'm seeing for history. Okay, so that's about it. And Double Chase says, yes, remember that Camp David Accords. Yeah, of course, we have the current ongoing Abrams Accords, which I think, from what I hear, might be a little bit shaky right now, Double J's. I don't know if you're hearing something like that. They were talking about it. The Abrams Accord, I think, is a great thing as far as everybody getting together. You can still dislike the people, but you need to work together and stuff. You don't need to be going to war and stuff like that. So I think, from what I heard, the ball is in Israel's camp, and they better not screw it up. Okay, because that's a big, that's an important thing as far as everybody, um, as far as that goes, um, and that was a big thing back in '78. I remember when I was in the service, is like, whoa, we don't have to worry about the Middle East anymore. Egypt and Israel getting together, so that means we automatically thought back then that everybody else, but you know, it's still ongoing to a certain degree, as well as in other parts of the world too. You look at Russia and the Ukraine. And I do support Ukraine's freedom. They're a legitimate country. They formed their own country along with a whole bunch of other countries that were behind the Iron Bloc back in 1991, breaking away. The Soviet Union just imploded, so the people decided, hey, we want to do our own country here. So have at it. And as far as that goes, and Double J says, don't mess with Israel. They hit back hard. It's a question of their survival. They never yeah, but the thing of it is, Double J's, I agree with that up to a certain degree. And how do they know when they're secure? They have to, they have to do something. They have to do something. I'm a staunch supporter of Israel. Okay, don't get me wrong, but when you have something good going on, you don't want to impede that. As far as it goes, I know, yeah, Israel hits hard. Believe me, the United States can hit pretty hard too if they want. Okay, and I'm not just saying war-wise, economically wise. Okay, I think that's becoming apparent. As far as the United States trying to persuade the European Union to help with the war effort over there to bring Russia. Russia, they feel well, what do? Cut off the oil. That gives Putin less money to spend on the war. If you don't have any money, you can't continue with the war. So European Union, get your act together and get on board. Do more. You can get oil from the United States and other parts of the world. Don't get it from Russia because it's cheaper. Sacrifice a little bit and stuff like that. So it's all over, Double J's. You know what I'm talking about and stuff like that. But I agree with you. Israel is pretty hard set on what they want to do and stuff. But I do believe in the Abrams Accord. People need to get along together. If the IRA can get along with the British government, they still hate each other. I know that, but they're working because it's not productive as far as moving forward to be killing everybody all the time. Nobody wins. And even if you do win, what do you win at the end? There's nothing left. So, you battle war and stuff like that. And let's see. Yep. Trump tariffs. India became, because of buying Russia oil. We were Yeah. And even with that being done, Double J's, India is still a good friend of the United States. Okay, we just have some differences. Okay, as far as that goes, and let's see, tariffs are hurting India even though government denies it. Oh, are they? Yeah. See, that's the dirty little secret we don't hear. And you would know more than I would because you have family and friends there in India. I know, or I'm sure that And see, that's something. You're from that part of the world. I don't know squat about that part of the world. So that's why I appreciate you letting us know because you're more of an accurate source than some news sources I would take. You always trust the people that are from that particular region or country that you may be talking about. Okay, folks, I've been on for an hour. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. And I got to refresh my coffee here. I'm almost out anyway. So we will be right back, and just hang in there for a couple minutes, and then we'll be right back. back. We're back here for the Friday morning coffee for 09.05.2025 at Rumble Video Broadcast. And I am Rich Roberts. That's Jack the cat right there in the picture. And we welcome you here to the broadcast. And current time is on this 09.05.2025. Current time is 07:23 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. And greatly appreciate you all being here. We got our first hour in, our first portion of the broadcast. We'll be going a little bit here. And want to say welcome to the broadcast and continue on. Double J says, yeah, ground reporting not affiliated with any news agents is the real. Yeah, that's the real, right? The real what's going on and stuff like that. Because sometimes, I don't know, the news, if you've been here for a while, you know how I feel about the news. All news agencies, they skew something. The Walter Cronkite days are over. I grew up with Walter Cronkite, watching him every night. My father would watch him, so I would watch him while I was playing with my toys in the corner or something like that when I was a young kid. And I got to be a news junkie listening to him because I found it interesting, even when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. So I would listen to him. And it was a straight news. That's why I guess for news for me, if you hear it on the radio news, it's just a straight news story. It's no opinions. The talking heads, be it news or sports, they just. But don't, I always trust people I know in other countries and what they tell me about that particular country, Double J. So, and you're in that category, my friend, and I greatly appreciate that because you have a perspective I don't even know about. So I really do appreciate that as far as your country. I know your country has some issues, and my country has issues, but I think we both wish the best for it, but sometimes that won't come true and stuff like that. And let's see, Big Juice, thank you for the dancing. What were those? Dancing penguins or something like that, or something? I can't. They're too small. But you asked, Rich, do you have the ESPN? No, I don't waste. I use ESPN on the. I like their webpage. Matter of fact, I have it up right here with the scores of last night's game, and I like using their webpage. So I don't use the apps. If I can get it on the webpage, I use Google Chrome because apps just eat up space on your phone. So if you can get to it using Google Chrome on your phone, why get the app? The app is I find going to the webpage is a lot better. So why was there something on the ESPN? I got ESPN webpage up right now. So. Excuse me. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, so let's see. We got sports going on. Let's see. Major League Baseball. Let's go ahead and do that. Starting Wednesday night, we had the Mets. They lost to the Tigers 6-2. And let's see, the Philadelphia Phillies there for Captain Rehab. They lost to the Brewers. The New York Yankees lost to the Astros Wednesday night. Last night, let's see, the Yankees beat the Astros 8-4. And Mets and Phillies beat the Brewers 2-0. Okay. For today, going into the weekend, you have the Mets and Cincinnati Reds playing tonight at 6:40. Oh, let's see. Big Juice is in the house. What did the Guardians do Wednesday night? Let's see. Guardians, did they play? Because I know you're a Guardians fan. I don't think it doesn't look like they played Wednesday night. Last night they did play, and they lost to the Rays. So going into today, into the weekend, Mets will be playing the Cincinnati Reds tonight at 6:40 throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then the Yankees are hosting the Blue Jays tonight at 7:05. Phillies and Mariners tonight at 7:10, and the Guardians and Rays tonight at 7:35. And let's see, Guardians and Rays through the weekend. So that's our baseball. In the standings, the Yankees, hopefully they're 3 games out, so they need to win all the games this weekend to get tied. They're in second place, so they're coming back in the American League East. The Guardians, Big Juice, they're third behind the Tigers and Royals, so they're 11 games out. They need to get their act together. In the National League, the Phillies are still in first place. They're 6 games out, or the Mets are 6 games out, and hopefully the Mets can do something about that. There was some USO Open. Let's see if we can bring this up here. This is the U.S. Open, and it was Thursday, in the women's. The girl from Buffalo there, Pelgula, she's the daughter of the Buffalo Bills owner. She lost to Sabalenka, who was she's the number one. She's the number 1 seed. So she won the. I think she won the. Didn't she win the Wimbledon? I think she won Wimbledon. So that was the results yesterday, as far as that goes. So she'll be playing the other American. The American beat the Japanese girl. So that's the final as far as for Saturday in the women's. Those are the 2 people that will be playing for the Wimbledon or the Open U.S. Open Championship. Today they're still deciding on the men's side. Today it's going to be the 2 Italians, Sinner playing his countrymen. I think Sinner will win that, and then you have the Canadian. Oh, that's not right. No, here it is right here. I'm sorry. Sinner is playing the Canadian. Okay, who beat the and then Alcazar is playing against Djokovic. I think he's from Bosnia or Herzegovina, one of those countries down there in what used to be Yugoslavia. I think the Spaniard's going to win and Sinner's going to win. And that's going to be determined. But for the women's side, that's our final right there. These folks right there. That's who's going to be in the final right there. That'll be played sometime Saturday. Okay. In football, let's see. And just to show you, Big Juice, what I'm talking about, I love their webpage. This is the ESPN webpage. I mean, they give you all the scores, the weeks, and stuff like that. We got a game tonight. The Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Chargers down there in South America, in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's going to be on tonight. But last night's game right here, you can see the Cowboys and Eagles. Eagles won 24-20, and most of the scoring was done in the first half. And then the Eagles got a field goal in the fourth quarter. It was nothing. Dak Prescott, he had a pretty good C. Lamb from Dallas. Dallas looks pretty tough. Eagles, that guy Carter, they need to straighten his ass out and stuff like that. So we're off and running. So this is the game tonight, Friday night, a special Friday night game overseas. And we'll see what happens as far as gameplay goes and as such. Okay, so that's it for sports. Right? Okay, let's see. Let's just make sure. Yep, that's it for sports. So we'll get rid of that. We'll keep that up. So we can get rid of this ESPN. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to okay. We'll show some see what's in the local news here for interesting items for about concerning the southern tier of upstate New York here. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do that. Go to news and okay. 100 years ago was talking about the Memorial Bridge as far as that goes. And let me see something. Is this gonna? Oh, that's not it. That's it. That has nothing to do with the bridge. What the hell? They got that screwed up. That video's all screwed up. Let me see if it. No, that's not it. Okay. Let me check this one. Maybe they. No, they got it all screwed up. What's up, Buggy? Is that you, Buggy? Meowing? Come here. Kitty, 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 kitty. What's going on? Got one of the cats. Maybe we'll have to show it. No, they've got there's one I want to present. They messed up on they got the video of the kids returning to school. Let's see. There's nothing on Fox then. That would have been a good one. We'll keep an eye on that one. Maybe we'll present that Monday. It's an exhibit. Exhibit highlights the 100th anniversary of the Binghamton Memorial Bridge. 100 years ago, we've heard about this. I'm constructing the Memorial Bridge there in Binghamton, and we'll have to. Oh, maybe we can see it in this one. Okay, here we go. This is it. Okay, here's the thing on the Memorial Bridge in Binghamton. This is the article. This is what we want right here. Okay, this is good. This is an exhibit highlights 100th anniversary of Binghamton's Memorial Bridge. We've been hearing about this in 100 years ago over the last week about Roger Luther talking about it. So we're going to go ahead and present this one. This is a bridge that's in Binghamton. And it's 100 years old. Of course, Binghamton, when this bridge was being built, was 125 years old. So now, 100 years later, Binghamton's 225 years old. So let's go ahead and listen to this one and see what it's all about.
Binghamton's Memorial Bridge is celebrating 100 years since its opening. The bridge was built as a memorial for Broome County veterans who served in World War I. The new exhibit at the Broome County Library showcases its construction from planning all the way to the celebration of its completion in 1925, leading to a celebration of two milestones in Binghamton's history.
They decided, well, heck, if we're going to have a celebration for the bridge, let's do something really big and include the 125th anniversary of the founding of Binghamton. So they did that. 100,000 people showed up. They had a parade that stretched for 2 miles, fireworks displays from the bridge and from Stowe Park, all sorts of events going on. It was a huge deal. And it was afterwards, it was reportedly the biggest celebration ever in this area.
A presentation with more pictures, articles, and anecdotes from the time is planned for September 17th at 6:30 p.m. at the Broome County Public Library.
So there's Roger Luther right there talking about the bridge. He's the Broome County historian. He's a good gentleman there, and the bridge was built to be dedicated to those folks that fought in World War I, and 100,000 people showed up. Wow. You know, back then the population of Binghamton, the city of Binghamton, was 75,000. Today it's only 47,000. So you know, there's a lot of activity going on back then, as far as that goes. So that's an interesting article about a bridge here that's dedicated to the people that fought in World War I. Let's see. Oh, we have a fire. What's this fire? This was Athens Borough. This is down in Sayre. This is off of My Hometown News. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Let's go ahead and see what this fire is about. This is on WEBO. It's a local radio station here in Owego, New York. Let me get this set up here, and then we'll go to it. It's a short article, but it's pertinent of what goes on. Athens is just across the border here from Tioga County. You're in Waverly, New York. You go across the border, you're in Athens, Sayre, as far as that goes. So let's bring this up. No, that's not what we want. We want this one. There we go. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it right. Okay, so this is the fire truck in front of the building there, and what I'm seeing right now from this picture, looks like there's some smoke. Somebody took a smoke. This is the Athens Borough Fire Department in Athens, Pennsylvania, quickly knocked down a porch fire on Thursday afternoon. That would be yesterday. The fire occurred on the 600 block of Church Street in the Athens Borough. It appears that the fire was contained to the porch of the two-story home. That's a wood frame structure there. And you can see a firefighter, I guess he's extinguishing it there. No one was home at the time of the blaze, but firefighters did rescue one dog from the house. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. Firefighters from Sayre, Athens Township, Litchfield, and North Towanda was reported on scene. And it looks like, let's see. I don't know if I can bring that. Let's see if we can bring this up. As far as if we go down, there's a picture right here. They're making sure the fire is out underneath the porch. So you can see in the first picture, the porch, you still have the siding there. So it looks like the fire was in between because there's no panels here. So something caught on fire underneath the railing, underneath the siding that was on the porch there. So this is from WEBO, or on the Radican Media, My Hometown News on WEBO, and they have a whole bunch of other radio stations. Probably that's what I was thinking. Double J's. I was thinking possibly, the electrical fire, because it looks like that's a good assessment right there, my friend. Because if you look, like I said, you can see right here the front, and you can see the smoke coming up there. And then on this picture down here, the smaller picture, let me bring it up a little bit above my head. Let's see, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it there. You can see right here, but I don't see any. I'm not there. I don't know. That's strange. That is very strange. It could be an electrical wire underneath the porch, because right here I'm seeing some deep charring right here. So I think you're right, Double J's. No grill, deplorable. No, I don't see a grill. I don't see a grill on that porch. So I think it's more of electrical as far as that goes. I was thinking grease fire or grill. No grill. And can't think anything else running under the porch except one. I think it might be an electrical line underneath the porch there, Double J's. I think you're right. Something might have shorted out. That's a possibility, but we're not experts. Full disclosure, we're just sort of seeing what the picture presents and what could be possibly. So if there's a follow up on this, we'll go ahead and we'll follow up. But see, a picture's 1,000 words. We just analyze that, so it's just pretty simple. So let's see. That's on WEBO. That's you can listen to WEBO at myhometowntoday.com. And full disclosure, I have no affiliation with WEBO or the Radican Media Group there. Double J says, anyway, house is set. Yeah, just the porch. It looks like it's just scorched and stuff like that. So So good outcome. Yes, exactly. And they saved the dog. Dog. That's an important thing there too. Okay, let's see. Let's just check my hometown news just to make sure. They changed up the way they look on here. That's a pretty slick. I like that. Let's see. New York regions. Let's see. Do we have regions? Where's the regions? The regions aren't coming up. They must be doing something on their page because it does look different. Oh, it just goes to regions. Okay. All right, so that's WEBO and WNBF, another radio station I do listen to. They're out of Binghamton. It's News Radio 1290 AM. And what's this? They do have an article here concerning flags flying proudly at a new Binghamton home for veterans. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this one. There's the picture right there. WNBF, this is another news radio station I listen to. They have some great talk radio in the afternoon. Who took over for Bongino after he became deputy secretary? Of the FBI. I'll have to check. But WNBF, they have it's a good radio station here. I love listening to the radio, folks. Radio is king in my book, as far as that goes. Let's see what this article has to say about flags flying. They built a new area for veterans to be homed or live at. The much anticipated residential community for Broome County veterans is expected to be ready to be occupied soon. The $12.2 million project is being developed on site where a bowling alley once stood on Binghamton's north side. Broome County Executive Jason Garner said workers are applying some finishing touches on the building that will house a veteran resource center. And Garner told WNBF News, again, I have no affiliation with WNBF News. I just is presenting what they're presenting on their webpage, that it concerns the southern tier of upstate New York. Garner told WNBF News department now are setting things up for the facility to get settled in. And they have homes that they're going to be have veterans live in. And there's the service center, and you can see the housing area behind it. But this is the current Binghamton Veterans Resource Center right now. And let's see. There will be 10 fully furnished tiny home units in the community at 530 State Street, which is located just east of the Binghamton Plaza. The State Bowling Center had occupied the site for several decades. 6 one-bedroom and 4 two-bedroom residential units will be available to veterans. American flags are now being displayed out the entrance of each home. The modular homes which were manufactured by the company in Montgomery County, were delivered to the site this past June. Crews were busy in recent weeks completing the interior and exterior of those houses. And here's a picture of those, what the portable units look like. And let's see. A Massachusetts-based organization called Soldier On has been reviewing applications for prospective residents. Garner said there will be a lottery to determine who will have the opportunity to live in the homes. He said veterans whose names are selected are to be notified, then leases can be signed, and orientation program will be held. And we do have a video. Let's go ahead. We do have a video. Let's bring up this video. It gives you an idea. Okay, they have WNBF has a video on their let's see. Double J says always Anyway, house is saved. Okay, that was the previous thing. Okay, let's see. We want. So, what days do ordinary citizens host a flag in front of their homes? I know Memorial Day. Yeah, that's on those particular days. But this is the veterans. It's for something special and stuff like that. But there is a video. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and play the video. Gives you an idea what the houses look like. It's raining. These are the newly. You can see the flags, as the article stated. These are the houses for the veterans to live in. This is a pretty nice video. Let's start that again. So here it is. You can see the modular units. This is probably the rain that was here yesterday. And I think Bob Joseph is the one that. What's this next one? IBM Endicott, the debris covered up. Okay, we'll have to check that one up. This is from WNBF. Yeah, okay, this is Bob Joseph. Thank you, Bob Joseph. You're close to your neighbor, but your neighbor is a veteran. Okay, let's see. What day? Let's see. What's the next one?
In the last video.
No, we don't want that one. No. Okay. Those houses are close to each other, can talk to neighbor with. Yeah, but they only have so much space, Double J. So the important thing is they have the housing for the veterans. And there's probably rules at certain hours it's going to be quiet time. That's something that's very respected up here in the southern tier of upstate New York is quiet time now, folks. There's every community has an ordinance. You can't be making unless you do it before, notify people beforehand that as far as that goes. So that's a pretty good article there from WNBF. And we appreciate Bob Joseph for providing that video footage on YouTube. Again, no affiliation with WNBF, but they're a good channel. And that let's see, that video itself. When did that come out? Let's see, that came out 13 hours ago, and it basically is a stroll through this soon-to-be open residential community for the veterans at a community at the Broome County Veterans Service. And the video is by Bob Joseph of WNBF, and we appreciate that, Bob. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I lost that. Okay. Let's see. Channel 12. Let's see. Channel 12, WBNG. What do we got over here? Let's see. Is there anything here? I'm not seeing anything popping out here, folks. What do we got here? No. I am not seeing anything. Oh, okay. Here's something. Broome County's Art Walk, County's Art Council's First Friday Art Walk features exhibit by Just Breathe. Okay, we'll see what this one's about here. Let's see. How long is this one? Nah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, let's see. Do they have? No, that's more of a talk show thing. They don't really show anything. Okay, here's something I always talk about. Roger Luther, he's a historian for Broome County, and they have a historical society, and there's one here in Tioga County in Owego. This is Shenango County, and they have a uh, Shenango County Historical Society receives valuable funding. So we'll see what this one's about. And historical societies are important as far as to preserve the history of the area as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and bring this one up. And let's see, how's that looking? Yep, that's looking good. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
The Shenango County Historical Society and Museum will soon be able to make some much-needed repairs to their roof thanks to a new technical assistance grant from the Preservation Leagues of New York State. They're set to receive over $1,700 from the grant, which 31 applicants across 20 counties were chosen to receive, totaling over $300,000 in all. The Historical Society will be working with Delta engineers, architects, and surveyors to conduct a specialized conservation study of the current roof in preps of its replacement.
Preservation of historical artifacts requires really careful diligence of keeping debris and dust out of your spaces. And everything we do to improve the envelope of our structure will allow us to better preserve and protect these, important, memorable historical artifacts.
The Historical Society hopes repairs will help them land at a National Historic Registry.
Okay, so you can see it's basically preserving artifacts or things from the past that give you an idea, and it's very interesting as far as what some of these historical societies, what the museums they have, and what they preserve. It's interesting. It's interesting stuff as far as that goes. So so that's out in Shenango County, and let's see what else we got. You know what? I got to check something here. Let me see something. Let me see something. I want to try. I need to check something here real quick, folks. Just hang loose with me for a minute. I don't know if I can do that as far as. Let's see. Can I go to channel? Let's see. I can do it this way. Hang on. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this way. I'm going to try something here. I want to see something real quick. It's not there. Okay, I'm just remembering deplorable. Oh, that's right. We already decided it was you had to be part of Amazon Prime. Okay, it's not the new month. Never mind. Disregard, folks. Disregard. Okay, just I was just checking deplorable on, and I just reminded myself that I can't do that. I'm not on Amazon Prime, so I don't have that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Anything on WAAL? No, same articles as. Yeah, they talk about the flags flying proudly in New York, Binghamton's home for veterans. So we already done that one. Channel 34 out of Binghamton. Let's see. Local reverend arrested. Oh, we don't want that. The picture's nice. It's got stained glass there. Let's see. First annual walk of wellness. 100. And I'm not seeing anything on. I am not seeing anything on Binghamton Hometown. That's channel 34. Okay. And let's see. Let's go to WENY. That's out of Elmira. That's to the west here, about 20. We talked about Veteran Suicide Awareness Month. Let's look at this one. Bradford County Courthouse goes purples for suicide prevention awareness. We talked about this Wednesday. There was articles on on several news agencies. So let's go ahead and listen to this one because it's something we should all be aware of. And if we know somebody's in this that is thinking about taking their life, they need to get help. Okay. So this is on WENY. Again, no affiliation with WENY, but we'll see what this article is about. Okay, let's see. We'll bring it up here.
The Bradford County Courthouse will be lit up purple for the month of September. That's because September is National Suicide Prevention Month. It's a month to remember the lives lost to suicide and to also bring attention to mental health issues and also to promote hope. The color purple is meant to represent empathy and support for those lost to suicide and for the survivors. The county says by raising awareness, it hopes to reduce the stigma and also provide some support. If you're suffering with thoughts of suicide, you should call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's available 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we talked about this Wednesday. The 660 flags that are outside the county building here in Tioga County in Owego represents the 660 veterans that that do suicide each month, and it's part of Suicide Awareness Month. And it's not, that emphasizes the veterans. That's too many veterans. There's too many people as a whole. So this is a good reminder that we do have something that we need to be aware of. I've been in situations when I was in the military where I had some coworkers that were one was seriously thinking about it, and when he called me up, as soon as he said he was thinking about it, I told my assistant chief, I said, I got to get in a truck to go up to this guy's house because he says go. And then my assistant chief, he followed up with calling medical and stuff like that. And I got to his house, and he's sitting there, and we talked, and then we got him help. We got him help, and it's very important that people need help, and they don't need to take that route and stuff like that. So it's something that's near and dear to me because of what I experienced a couple occasions while I was in the military with some fellow firefighters. Okay, so there's that article on WENY. Let's see what else we have on that channel. What time are you going to leave this morning? You're leaving pretty soon, right?
About 20 minutes.
Is she going to come here first?
No.
Oh, you're
She's
meeting her.
gotta drop her car.
Oh, and then you're going to meet her there. Okay. Yeah, the missus is doing something for a friend this morning here, or helping out a friend. Let's see. We have. Let's see. Can we do this one? This is on WENY, so they're going to probably be broadcasting this. So let's do this. This is a sports thing. Let's go ahead. This is on the local news thing about the Buffalo Bills. So let's see what they have to say about the Buffalo Bills. They're a team I do support, and we'll see what they have to say here.
Well, it is officially week 1 in the National Football League, and the Buffalo Bills are gearing up to face one of the toughest opponents they'll see over the next 18 weeks. Now, not only do they have the tall task of taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in week 1, but the game is also in prime time when the lights shine the brightest.
The season isn't decided in week 1, so whether you win those or you come out on the short end, I think it's how you handle that week 1 performance, good or bad, and what you do as a team going forward and how the team comes together.
For the MVP, his motivation is having another chance to go out and play football.
It's an opportunity to go play a football game and do what we love, and it's a new team. We're both starting 0-0. Sunday night to start the season. I think that's enough motivation right there. But it's football. We have to go actually play against somebody, and show what we got.
When the Bills first faced the Ravens in Week 4 last season, it was total Baltimore domination, a situation veteran linebacker Terrell Bernard does not want to be in again.
They got after us the first game, honestly. So we know what this game's going to be. We know the mindset that we have to have coming into this game, and at the end of the day, it's Week 1. It's going to be what it's going to be.
And while the journey to a Lombardi trophy is just getting started, the Bills know what's at stake. Week 1 under the lights with all of the fans opening up at this stadium for the very last time, and the Bills are looking to make a statement right from the start. Reporting from Orchard Park, Karina Norman, WENY.
Okay, that's a good report there. Buffalo Bills are primed and ready. That's going to be Sunday night. I'll be watching it on this channel, WENY. Actually, we had the TV on last night. They're NBC affiliate. Or no, they're ABC. No, they're ABC. No, they're NBC. They're NBC channel WENY. And was that 18 last night? There's two TV stations out in Elmira and stuff. So the Buffalo Bills are ready, and we have who's this? Judge Shady Court. Happy weekend, everybody! Hey, Judge Shady Court. I haven't seen you before. First time chatter on the YouTube. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, and hope all is well with you as we go into the weekend. Thank you for being here, and glad to have you here, my friend. Oh, let's see. Let's refresh that. And thank you for being on the. Yeah, we got one. Let's see. I gotta mute that. Okay. Did I mute that? Okay, there it is. And you can see he's the one viewer that's on YouTube. Thank you, Judge Shady, as far as that goes. Yeah, there you go. Yep. There you go. You're on the YouTube. Thank you very much. You're just popping in, and we got one viewer over there on that one represents you. That's these all work with numbers, but these two X, and then on the little chain link, that's link or a Kick. Actually, let's check Kick. Do we have any viewers over on Kick? Let's go ahead and check that. We do have 5 people on X Live, and we do have 2 people on Kick. Thank you very much, Kick. There are 2 viewers over there on Kick. We do appreciate it. And we're here on Rumble Studios, where we have 7. We're broadcasting 7 platforms from Rumble. And as you can see, all the platforms we're broadcasting to: Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X Live, and the little 2 chain links. That's an RTMP slot. That's Kick, as far as that goes. And Judge Shady says, "Wow, awesome! Yeah, been doing this for. I've been broadcasting live stream for well over 15 years now, off and on. But I'm more steady now in the last 5 to 8 years. But I've been online here live streaming for a number of years. So." I'm loving Rumble because we're able to broadcast on 7 at once, and it doesn't cost you anything. So Rumble's getting it done as far as I'm concerned. And I do broadcast. I do game. I when I was live streaming, I would be doing the gaming, and I do still game. And incident as far as that goes. And when I do game, Rumble enables me to bring that content in a 1080p format where I use it's the same here. See, this is OBS virtual cam right now, where the other mode that they have is called RTMP Direct, where I go right from OBS directly into Rumble, and that gives me a 1080p, and it's very good. It's very cool. Rich is the most underrated live stream. I don't care about my rating. Thank you, Double J's. I appreciate that. You know how I am. If I have 2 or 3 people I'm happy. Okay. that rating state. I know what you mean though, Double J's. I appreciate that. And Judge Shady says, "Cool, yeah, yeah." It's fun. This what gets me going in the morning. As far as doing the Monday morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it gets me going. And you always have to. I've been retired, just to bring you up to speed. I'm a retired Air Force firefighter. I am officially retired. I'm a senior citizen, for Christ's sakes. But I retired from the regular day job that I was doing for 17 years. And I've been retired for 2.5 years as far as that goes. And let's see. Well, I'm a self-appointed hood judge on my channel. Hood judge, okay. So I'll have to check out. Your channel is Judge Shady Court. We'll have to check that out as far as that goes. So you're a self-appointed hood judge, okay. So glad to have you here. Let's see, what else do we have on the thing here? I think that's I don't think WENY. Let me check WENY as we're welcoming Judge Shady Court. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. So let's see. We'll go to channel 18. Yeah, judges have their own code of conduct. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. And I'm not seeing anything on channel 18, My Twin Tiers. So let's see. Penny Saver. Any articles on Penny Saver? Take a walk around down memory lane for. Let's see. Do they have a video on this? No. Okay. Let's see. 92.5 KGB. Not seeing anything there. Let's see. Features. Newsletter. Anything in the newsletter? Nope. Nothing in there. Let's see. KISS 105. Let's see. Allow ads. Okay. We got to do this and let it have. And let's go ahead and refresh. No, they talk about the same thing. Flags flying. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. County 106 country up there in Buffalo, Niagara area. Nothing there. They're talking about the Bills, but we already had a Bills article. And nothing on Power 93.3. So with that, I think we're how much time? Well, we're coming up on 2 hours, so I guess this is a good time to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started. And I got to take a walk here. Looks like, let's see what. Yeah, it's still foggy up on the hills and cloudy. So cloudy, overcast, and yeah, I think we'll get our day started here and see what the day brings. So with that, let's see. I want to say thank you to Tony D there, my brother veteran, my good friend and brother, fellow broadcaster down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, for being here. Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. Thank you, Captain Rehab, and congratulations. He says he said good morning to the missus, but let's see. He's still, what is it? He's bleeding green. I'm still saucy from it. He's a Philly fan. He's down there in the city of brotherly love. I want to say thank you, Double J's, for being here. You're still here, and I greatly appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much, and for being here. Thank you, Deplorable, coming in from Northwest Pennsylvania, right across the state line there from Olean, New York. You have a great weekend, my friend. Great to have you in the chat from the Rumble side. And Shaquille, thank you very much for being here. And Double J's let me know that I can start pronouncing his name right. Thank you, Shaquille, for being here. Thank you, Tina, and hope you you have a short stay and from the hospital and get back into rehab. She informed us she went home and then she found that she couldn't walk, so they took her back to the hospital. But she was here for a little visit, and we appreciate that, Tina. Stay well, and we'll be talking with you. And let's see, we're going down the list. We had Big Juice in the house coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Thank you, Big Juice, for being here. And Double J's was bringing up along with the Deplorable towards the end there, Big Juice. And then we had Judge Shady Court. Thank you for being here, coming in on the YouTube side. Appreciate that. And greatly appreciate you for being here and popping in for a visit. And let's see, what do we have? And let's see, thank you for your service. And I'm retired. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm retired, Leo. Okay, thank you for your service. I'm retired. Okay, thank you. Let's see, where is that one, Judge?
Oh, you're going for
Oh, here. I'll take some more. The missus is giving me more coffee
I'm
here.
gonna start brewing some more.
Oh, okay. Look at this. I got a studio. Thank you.
Here's my tip jar.
There you go.
Oh, good.
She just filled up my cup. Oh, that's great. That's great. And Judge Shady Court laughing there, and oh Lord, yeah, you probably fat fingered it and stuff. And Double J says rules, they have to go by negotiation. Yes, and have a great weekend. Take care. You too. Enjoy this big blue marble. You got it, Double J's. Thank you very much. And Judge Shady Court says blessings to everyone. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here, and you are very graciously welcome. And he's smiling. And Judge, our new guy, the new person from YouTube, Judge Shady Court, says hi to the missus.
Judge Shady Court, huh?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
What's his name actually?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's
That's your. I don't pry. It's just like
the Shady Court. Like
yeah, have something to do with the has something to do with the court system there, Shady Court. Thank you for being here. And I got a fresh cup of coffee. This is my third cup of coffee here, folks. So, but we are at the end of a broadcast. I know that's a little lengthy as far as saying, but I always make it a point to recognize those people that were in the chat, because you took a little bit of your time to spend with this knucklehead that's yap, and I greatly appreciate that. It really makes my day. And Judge Shady JD, you're getting the hang of it. Yeah, I have fun doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, I leave Tuesdays and Thursdays to do some other things and stuff, or else I do it 5 days a week. But I think I did it 5 days a week when I was on HAPS. But I wanted to bring in audio. I love doing audio on Spotify for Creators, which this broadcast will be repurposed over there on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, as far as that goes. And it looks like Judge Shady Court is having coffee too. Good. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started. And I'm going to go out and get a walk in. And you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble, as Double J's would say. Have a good one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Ciao for now.